talking about what we are doing now, being comfortable, focusing one's attention on these words and also one's physicality. Remembering, rising in one's awareness, one's bodily emanating heat, one's pulse, feeling these as we're discussing them, one's pulse, one's process of breathing, and allowing it to be restful, to be relaxing, allowing oneself to settle in on our natural foundations, our DNA created bodies. We expose our minds to the universe, engulfing everything that we can with curiosity, with our unbiased neutrality, and seek to grow, making an effort, practicing. Know thyself. We are here now, bundles of miracles, realizing this truth inside, gathering one's perspective to have this self-illumination, culminating in a feeling of awe of one's own majesty, as we are here now, bundles of miracles, all of us, feeling as these words are spoken in our minds and verbalize also. Recommend that you verbalize these words, creating a receptivity beyond one's own brain, putting energy into the air or into your body, your lungs, reverberating everywhere. This is the level of one's own physical awareness we are seeking. To investigate to the depth of one's heart and soul. Feel one's shimmering, ecstatic awareness. There's a level. The whole universe is shimmering energy. It is in your ears. It is in your toes. It is everywhere. The universe is alive with this primordial energy, feeling it. It doesn't necessarily have a sound. It is a presence, feeling and being as receptive as one can, feeling the inherent energy bubbling everywhere. That's what's happening. How many levels of awareness are there? How many do we choose to ignore or to be aware? And how often during our daily routine of living do we have an awareness of this conversation we're having now? Practitioners can utilize one's tools, one's breathing and pulsing and shimmering as a means of identifying and answering the questions, the 5 W's and the 1 H, and returning to a sense of awareness, equilibrium of all being. Seeking self-improvement, virtuosity, to return to our garden, to plant seeds, to keep improving. We know the universe creation is always changing, and we need be adaptable, and we need to keep planting and weeding and putting our energy into what we're doing. And this is figuratively what we're doing. is we're paying attention to qualities and characteristics that we want to imbue. Now, as we are saying them, allowing them to be alive, sprout in one's own heart and mind, right? Yes, this is what we're doing. Doing it all day for as little as a moment or two to practices like this. Being here now, present, feeling one's physiology, being aware of one's preciousness, of one's perspective on the universe, one's being calm, collected, alert, thriving in an awareness of not only one's physicality, but of heaven, of earth, being absorbed in the ecstasy of creation. It is here now. Self-realization. The depth of perception is infinite. And it is like us looking from above the surface through the depths to the bottom of the deepest ocean. It is incomprehensible. We didn't even get wet. What do we know? Not easily done. We can visualize and imagine, but without going through the experience of the layers of the different circumstances, then our perspective is limited. Why? Another one of them, huh? All of this has gone on, as going on. What do we fathom? The more that you feel that you have a grip on, the more that one feels they have so much more to know. It is without limit, the scope, the magnitude, the immensity. It is why, again, that word, we talk of awe. We talk of a sense of reverence, of unexplainability. We speak of amazement with ideas and conceptions that just a couple of 100 years ago would have been incomprehensible to people. And now it is common, like our iPhones. And yet, being in the circumstances that we find ourselves, it is difficult for us to pick ourselves up, to harbor a sense of perspective in ourselves, because we're right in the middle of it all. And today, even more so. There are so many different things vying for everyone's attention for all kinds of reasons. We need to pick through them, all of them, and come to a sense of opinion of what we're talking about, what's being put before us. You might say that we're being asked to grow up. We are no longer able to remain children in a world of wonder and resource that we can just take advantage of, like running into a field, a meadow of flowers, and it's all wonderful. But we're trampling all the beautiful flowers we've just mentioned. We need to grow up, meaning we need to use our perspective for the time that we've been alive. for this 5 or 10,000 years of recorded evolution history we share. It's time to realize the truths and the benefits of understanding the experiences of Homo sapiens, of mankind. It is this time we're in. And it is also called the dawning of the Aquarian age, the age of knowledge, the age of wisdom. And it is a transition point for mankind. It has to be, right? With everything that we have, the technology, the push of a button to destroy the world. We need to grow up a little bit. Understood that we grow in fits and starts. We just need to be conscious, all of us, remembering everything we've talked about today, the levels of consciousness that we share in every day, and the weaving back and forth from side to side and up and down and all around of our own consciousness, of our own ability to perceive, or our own energy that we put into our perception, or our own knowledge of how we can modulate, increase, decrease, improve our energy. These are the things meditation and a positive sense of mindfulness bring for us. This is what we're doing. Thinking about what we're doing all day. Thinking about what we're doing all day. Using our breath, our pulse, the warmth of our bodies to remind us to remember the complexity, a widening sense of perspective of the universe that we are born into to play. Have a nice day. Namaste.